guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new on this channel, my name is Chisom and I'm a software engineer and YouTuber based in Lagos, Nigeria. If you're not new, really good to have you back. So today I'm going to be talking about a very important topic, especially if you're trying to get a job in the tech industry, and that topic is rejections. When you're trying to transition to another role, when you're trying to get your first job, or when you're trying to even switch jobs, you get to this phase where companies just keep sending you rejection emails and you're confused. Is it coming from me or is it coming from them? So the first and the most fundamental reason might be your resume. Your resume is one of the most important documents that you use to apply for a job. So even if you get referrals, even if you apply for a job directly, your resume is something that might not get you to the door if it's not good enough. So I see your resume, or you should see your resume as your face. A recruiter isn't seeing you, but they can see you through your resume. So they don't know certain things. You just have to let them know about those things. If your resume is not reflecting or showcasing the most important things that your recruiter needs to know, best believe they're not going to take you seriously. And also, if your resume isn't reflecting the qualifications that you have, the technical skills that you have, the projects that you've worked on, try to mirror your resume to your friends, your mentors, or people in the industry to actually check if the necessary things that are required are on your resume, and you can just keep reiterating till you get like a perfect resume document. So most of the time the problem comes from your resume. Now the second reason might be your lack of experience. I know it's good to be very ambitious, but if you see a company requesting for someone with 5 years, 6 years, 7 years of experience, and you know that you just have 1, 2, 3 years of experience, I wouldn't agree that you should apply for that role, because it shows that you're not actually being intentional about getting that role. So companies know the kind of experience they need from people, and these things are usually associated with role titles. So try to look for job postings that aligns better with your experience. You can get this by applying for junior roles, applying for internship roles, applying for mid-level roles, applying for graduate entry roles. I applied for a graduate entry role because I know I did not have experience. So if this is you and this is coming from a lack of experience, try to apply for jobs that have a low level of experience, and you're definitely going to get your foot in the door. Next is qualifications, lack of qualifications. When companies set out job postings, you notice that these applications are divided into two. You have your basic requirements and you have your preferred skills. So these basic requirements, you might see yourself checking, say 2 out of 5 of those basic requirements. And when it comes to the preferred skills, you're not checking any box there. They put that preferred skills or preferred qualifications for a reason. Most companies want people that have done their MSCs. Most companies want people that have used a certain kind of tool. Most companies want people that have experience in a certain kind of technology. So if you check like 2 over 5 of the basic requirements and you're not checking anything with preferred qualifications, you might not really stand a chance with someone that might be checking 3 out of 5 or at least 1 preferred qualification. So take note of all these requirements and make sure that your skills align to these roles before you even apply. Other things is lack of soft skills. Most tech professionals neglect the ability to learn soft skills or to abide by the culture of having soft skills. So if this is you, please try to work on your soft skills. A company or the interviewer might have seen something that they might not really like in you. Probably your communication skills are poor, your collaboration skills are poor. They don't see you as a team player. They don't see you as someone that is ready to imbibe knowledge on someone else. I mean, these soft skills cut across so many things: time management, critical thinking, problem solving, collaboration, teamwork. So probably during your interview with them, they didn't see those necessary soft skills at play when they were speaking to you, when they were interviewing you, when they were asking you some questions. So sometimes this lack of soft skills might be a problem because you're good technically, you have every single thing that they need, but they don't just see you as someone that they would like to work with. So that's something you should work on. Work on enhancing your soft skills and also work on feedback as you're doing that. I have a video on top soft skills to learn as a tech professional. You should definitely check out that video. Another reason, kind of common reason, is that there are better candidates. Companies know who they are looking for, and they just probably want someone that's better than you. Not really better than you with like a huge gap, but they just want somebody that's better than you. It's obvious in the job market there will definitely be someone better than you. And that's not your fault. They went with that person first, and that's okay. You can apply for another job. Another other reason is you applied late. Most companies leave like a certain application window for applications. So even if you see the job still open on all these job sites, it doesn't mean that the role is open, or it doesn't mean that the role hasn't been closed for interviewing. And it also explains this thing that happens when you apply to a company and they're sending you a rejection mail almost immediately, like in split seconds. It means that a system has been set up to reject any other application that comes after a certain period of time. I feel that's what happens. Try to apply as early as you can and as soon as you can too. Other problem I think most people face is poor interview performance. The company accepted your application, invited you for an interview, but you didn't just perform well. Your technical skills were a bit low, and you probably didn't do enough company research. So technical interviewing is another video that I will do on its own because the story there is plenty. So I'm going to do another video on technical interviewing. But most companies will reject you as a candidate because they say that you have technical skills, but it's just not cutting it for them. It's not enough for them, or either you're not showcasing enough for them to see. So either you had a poor technical performance in your interviews, or you didn't do enough company research. Most of the time, if you apply to a company, try to learn more about the company's products. Try to know the work life in that company. Research on people that are working in that company and ask questions. So if you're coming to an interview and you already know 60% about the company, or even 70%, I see you as somebody that's very enthusiastic to work with that company, and also see you as someone that's very intentional in working with that company. So try to do your company research. Nobody will do it for you. And when you do that company research, try to also ask questions based on the research that you did. It shows a lot of readiness. Lastly is you do not have proof of what you do, and you write on your resume, oh, I can code in Java, I can code in Python, I can deploy this, I can deploy that. When it's time for the interviews and they want you to do that in person and you just automatically have memory loss, you don't know what you're doing again, it shows that you're insincere, number one, and it also shows that you do not have proof of the things that you claim to know. It's giving fake, it's giving insincere, it's giving you're a liar. So try to have proof of what you know, and also try to have proof of the people that you've worked with or the projects that you've built. Let them be able to see something. Now, we've talked about all the problems that you might be having. How do you solve these problems? The first one is ask for a follow-up. Some companies aren't really so lenient to start typing out why they rejected you, because they might be rejecting a lot of candidates. So if they don't reach out to you for a follow-up, don't blame them. But if you can, actually ask for a follow-up. If you email them and they don't reply, try to look for either your interviewer or the human resources person that you spoke with. Try to look for a person on LinkedIn. I do that all the time. I just send them a message, send your application ID, and tell the person that you would like to know why you got rejected, and you would appreciate feedback. So it depends on how you ask and how timely that you ask. Do this almost immediately you get a rejection email. Sometimes this works, but other times it doesn't really work the way you want it to. Another solution is get another pair of eyes on your application. Before you apply for a job, send it to somebody that's a level higher than you, or maybe a colleague that is already working, and just ask the person to look through your resume, look through your cover letter, look through the skills that you stated, and just look through the application. Because you might be feeling that your application is perfect, is super B, nothing is wrong with it, until someone else actually tells you, okay, you should get rid of this, you should add this, you should improve on this. So have another pair of eyes on the application before you submit. This helps most of the time. Now for your resume, always try to use an ATS scanner on your resume. There are so many ATS scanners online. I'm not sure if they're free, but this is something that you can leverage to make sure that your resume is checking all the boxes. I think when I was applying for jobs, there was this particular one I used. I think it's Resume Worded. So it kind of gauges your resume to a job description, and you see yourself scoring 80%, 90%, which shows that your resume is good. But if you start having scores like 30%, 20%, it shows that your resume isn't really projecting your technical skills or projecting the requirements for that job. So pass your resume through an ATS scanner, see what you score, and continue iterating until it's perfect. Another way you can avoid getting rejected for the application level is asking for a referral. A referral gets you into the door faster than direct applications. I'm sure everybody knows this. So try to ask for referrals, but before you ask for referrals, please do your referee a favor by being 100% ready for the job. It's not nice to ask somebody for a referral and you know very well that you're not so qualified for that job, right? So try to make sure that you have the least qualifications for that job before you go ahead and ask for a referral. So when that person refers you, it gets your application through the door faster than a direct application will do. But try to make sure that you are ready for the job process or for the interview process. This is very important. So guys, this is the end of this video. I don't know how long this video was, but I hope you learned a thing or two. If you checked any of these boxes that I mentioned, please go back to do some work on your application process, on every single thing that I mentioned, and just try to improve. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe down here, guys. Please subscribe to my channel and support me to make more videos for you. And don't forget to comment as well if you have any other questions on what I spoke about. See you guys in the next video. Bye.